So welcome, it's Thursday. We finally figured out what we're going to be doing. We're going to be watching a video by PragerU.
I don't even know who these guys are. Who are these guys?
PragerU is a right-sided think tank that tells you
They're
about...
religious?
Well, they have a religious aspect to them.
I can tell by the title. What was the title of the video again?
Without
God, murder
would be okay. Okay, now,
What?
the guy who is the head, he's a Jewish person. He comes from a Jewish background and standpoint. The videos come from the right side where they advocate for smaller government, for self-responsibility, for being, in Canada, conservative, in the States more Republican, I guess you would call it. In Europe, it would be, what the hell are they talking about? Because they have no idea of what the right means on the spectrum. Sorry if I insulted anybody from Europe, but generally you guys are a lot more left of center than you are right of center, or center for that matter.
Here we are on spectrums again.
Well, it's because we're human, we label things.
Yes, we do, for no reason. So we're going to watch this video.
No, not for no reason. We congregate into groups, whether we like it or not. Safety in numbers.
Yes. So we're going to watch this video, talk about it.
Yes.
Enjoy.
Do you believe that good and evil exist? The answer to this question separates Judeo-Christian values from secular values. Let me offer the clearest possible example: murder.
What the hell is secular values again?
Non-religious based value system.
Okay. Yes, I do believe good and evil exist.
Okay. Yeah. You've never watched PragerU before,
Nope,
have you?
never.
Okay,
I don't even know who these people are, so.
Yeah, you'll find out, and they're rather interesting.
All right.
Is murder wrong? Is it evil? Nearly everyone would answer yes, but now I will pose a much harder question. How do you know? I'm sure you think murder is wrong, but how do you know? If I asked you how you know that the Earth is round, you would show me photographs from outer space or offer me measurable data. But what photographs could you show? What measurements could you provide that prove that murder or rape or theft?
I don't need photos and measurements to tell me that murder is wrong. I just know in my brain that hurting somebody else is wrong.
No, that's true.
Like,
but it comes down to, what about those people that don't have that thought in their brain that murder is wrong?
then they got
At
something
that point,
wrong with their brain.
But what are we to say that they're wrong?
What are we to say that they're wrong?
Yeah.
Well, we're a civilization.
Okay. This is going to be the whole point of what he's going to be saying is, how can we as a society state that murder is wrong if we don't have a concept of God, of good and evil?
But you don't need God to say there's good and evil.
No, but...
Are these guys religious people? Is that why they're putting this out?
Yeah.
So they're coming from a bias. So morally, to me, murder is wrong because killing another person and taking their life away is bad.
But
I don't need some god or fictitious character to tell me that it's wrong.
Is
that's what
wrong.
the video's about.
The fact is, you can't. There are scientific facts, but without God, there are no moral facts. In a secular world, there can only be opinions about morality.
Yeah, there's only opinions about
Okay.
morality.
May be personal opinions or society's opinions, but only opinions. Every atheist philosopher I have read or debated on this subject has acknowledged that if there is no God, there is no objective morality. Judeo-Christian values are predicated on the existence of a God of morality. In other words, only if there is a God who says murder is murder wrong. Otherwise, all morality is opinion. The entire...
Yeah, it is opinion. Okay, great. My opinion is that murder is wrong. In society, the majority of society, we put these people in place to make laws.
But right now, the majority of society only agrees that murder is wrong because it's come from a Judeo-Christian setting.
Okay, well, so what point are you trying to prove here? What's the whole point of this? What's the point of this video? Are you trying to prove there is a God because a book says that murder is wrong?
Probably.
So then it's just like writing a law. Murder is law. Murder is wrong.
No, but okay. From part of the point is that he's stating that if we didn't have God, murder would be an opinion of whether or not it is right or wrong.
You're saying we wouldn't evolve from the caveman?
No.
People saying that murder is right.
Okay, look at the Japanese society. Like back in medieval times, they had no concept of a god or gods. I could be wrong on the gods part. They did have a sense of supernatural and superstition, but at that point in time, murder isn't necessarily a wrong thing to be doing.
Okay.
Our Western world, what we call Western civilization, is based on this understanding. Now, let me make two things clear. First, this doesn't mean that if you don't believe in God, you can't be a good person. There are plenty of kind and moral individuals who don't believe in God and Judeo-Christian values. But the existence of these good people has nothing to do with the question of whether good and evil really exist if there is no God. Second, there have been plenty of people who believed in God who were not good people. Indeed, more than a few have been evil and have even committed evil in God's name. The existence of God doesn't ensure people will do good. I wish it did. The existence of God only ensures that good and evil objectively exist and are not merely opinions. Without God, we therefore end up with what is known as moral relativism, meaning that morality is not absolute, but only relative to the individual or to the society. Without God, the words good and evil are just another...
That's what morality is it not? Just your opinion and how you view the world?
No.
There is no right or wrong in morality. So you're saying, pretty much by this, is saying you have to follow all of God's moral views to be a decent person. That's how I'm taking it.
No. Like... He even stated right off the bat, it's like you don't have to believe in God to be a good person. What he's stating is without an outside source, God, stating that this is wrong and this is right, morality would only be an opinion based on majority view of society.
It'd be opinions based on your experience in life.
Okay, so if you had an experience in life where killing people that disagree with you makes your life easier,
okay,
at that point in time, murder isn't a problem.
It may be in people's minds. I don't have a... But when we set up a civilized society... Civilized
society as we have it right now, yes.
Who cares what it's based on? This is what we grew up in. Like, stop... You're trying to push God on people, saying that God has made your laws. Who cares? It just came from a law that, as a civilized human being, you shouldn't harm another person. I don't care where it came from. That's just how I view... That's how I live my life.
Okay.
Don't do harm to others.
Okay.
If it's a God thing, fine. I don't care.
Okay.
I don't need a fictitious character telling me that that's right or wrong. This is what I grew up. This is how... Not even how I grew up. This is how I morally came in. This guy, he's sitting there saying that every view comes from a God. If there is no God, murder isn't wrong. What the hell is that? Like, what the hell is that?
Okay.
A way of saying, I like and I don't like. If there is no God, the statement murder is evil is the same as the statement I don't like murder. Now, many will argue...
What's wrong with that? I don't like murder. No, I don't like murder. I think harming another person is wrong.
But okay.
I don't need a God to tell me that.
No, hold on. No. Yes, you may not like murder, but somebody else will go, I like murder.
Yeah, but again, we've put in laws.
No, yes.
Everybody wants to live under a government and
again,
laws.
Our governments are based off of
what?
Judeo-Christian values.
Oh my God, fuck you guys and you're fucking trying to, it's all back to God. No, it's just back to being a decent human being. If you need God or you need some fictitious book to tell you that it's right, then that's you.
Barry, that's the thing, is you're not a bad one because of how you've grown up to be, but it comes down to... fuck it. No.
That you don't need moral absolutes. People won't murder because they don't want to be murdered. But that argument is just wishful thinking. Hitler, Stalin, and Mao didn't want to be murdered, but that hardly stopped them from murdering about 100 million people. It is not a coincidence that the rejection of Judeo-Christian values in the Western world by Nazism and communism led to the murder of all these innocent people. It is also not a coincidence that the first societies in the world to abolish slavery, an institution that existed in every known society in human history, were Western societies rooted in Judeo-Christian values. And so were the first societies to affirm universal human rights, to emancipate women, and to proclaim the value of liberty. Today, the rejection of Judeo-Christian values and moral absolutes has led to a world of moral confusion. In the New York Times in March 2015, a professor of philosophy confirmed this. He wrote, "What would you say if you found out that our public schools were teaching children that it is not true that it's wrong to kill people for fun? Would you be surprised? I was." The professor then added, "The overwhelming majority of college freshmen view moral claims as mere opinions." So then, whatever you believe about God or religion, here is a fact. Without a God who is the source of morality, morality is just a matter of opinion. So, if you want a good world, the death of Judeo-Christian values should frighten you. I'm Dennis Prager.
That video made me laugh.
Okay.
It made me laugh. I don't understand what the point of that was. I don't understand what was the point of that. What was the point behind what he was doing? I don't understand what does he want people to believe in God?
Well, of course he wants people to believe in God, but he's basically saying without if we don't tell ourselves that murder is wrong, it's going to be okay eventually.
Okay.
But
yes, we should be telling people murder is wrong because hurting other people is wrong.
Okay,
not because
no. Other people are going to start arguing. It's like, well, murder isn't wrong, and it's like, well, our God says that murder.
But we don't live under a God. We don't live under a God. We live under. So should we be treating our laws as gods?
But that's where all laws have come from. The Ten Commandments are the basics of all.
So religious people want to be recognized as the savior of what? They want to be, okay, fine. Your values helped produce the values and laws of Western civilization. Is that what they want? That's what it seems like.
No. But he doesn't want people to turn away from it, because that's what's happening in society today. Is because they're turning away from God, and because
you don't have to believe in God to be to have the right morals. That's what I don't understand.
No.
What does he want? What does he?
Okay,
he wants you to believe in God so you have a morality. That's what I don't understand. That's what I'm kind of That's what I don't like. That's what I'm lost here. I'm lost on what he is trying to get at. Okay. You know what I mean? I just don't understand what he was trying. I don't. Okay, to me, it almost seemed like he wants people to recognize and be like, oh, there is a God because of this. What does he want? Okay, so
he comes from a Christian perspective. His point is we don't want to go the route of not having that a morality hard point. Because if you take away God, what's going to happen is morality all of a sudden becomes subjective in an opinion. And that opinion doesn't lead to good things. Because if you're...
But God's opinion is just an opinion too, then. It's a book that has an opinion in it.
But that's the thing. He's stating that...
Thou shalt not kill is an opinion, then. You could sit there and say that God's opinion is an opinion too. Thou shalt not kill.
But then, if you're saying that God's thou shalt not kill is just an opinion, everything is an opinion, so that means everything...
But he's saying without a God, everything's just an opinion. It doesn't matter. But we as a society, we as people have decided that murder, there's laws in place for various reasons.
we have them.
So it's a societal opinion of majority. Yes, there we go.
But, what he's saying is if we become a secular country, what will happen is society's opinion about how things work are going to change, and that change will be...
So then if we go into a world where murder is acceptable, then for some reason we fucked up.
Yes.
And you can't...
And his point is, God is that anchor point that prevents us from going to that.
If people need that as that anchor point, that's fine. I have no problem with people, but I'm not going to get sucked into.
No,
God is the base of everything. That I don't need that to. I don't need a fictitious character. Again, to tell me that.
That's what you're.
I live in my of no harm to another person because I think that's good.
No, and remember his saying was like Hitler, Mao, Stalin all didn't want to be murdered themselves, but it didn't stop them from murdering.
Then they're bad people. They're just bad people. They're bad people. They're bad people. That's all they are. They're bad people. They're that's all, because there's people, like you said, there's people who've killed in the name of God.
Yes.
They think killing is their God's.
Yes.
So
and he made
I just don't understand what his point was. That's all. Okay. Like I don't understand what he wanted. What's his end game there?
His end game is trying to point out that society is in danger of losing itself to
society's
moral relativism.
It's humans. It's just humans. We're just retarded people. We're gonna eventually kill ourselves because of how we think.
Yes,
and there's nothing that's gonna stop it.
And people are going to I will argue that God will stop it.
God won't stop it because everybody views God in different ways. Some people think their God tells them to kill people. So to sit there and be like, believe in this God because it's the right God, and this other person goes, believe in my God because my God is right. So when you associate the word God with something, it's a bigger
He's talking about the Bible God.
Yeah, I know that, but there's other people who view God differently. God is not just one thing. To view his God, everybody has to believe God is one entity, right?
Yes.
But everybody views God. There's how many different gods out there?
No, but, his point is from the Bible God. He's not stating that it's from other gods, because other gods will say, sacrifice in my name, kill in my name. You know, the Indian god of destruction.
But doesn't the Bible God say man shall not lay with man or something like that?
Yes.
So,
but and even modernized churches will go, you know what, we don't have to accept this, but we're not going to say you can't do it. Okay, that's part of the argument of the modern church is that. People are saying it's like, oh, they're stuck in the 18th century. It's like, well, you know, we can say that sodomy is a sin, but we have to, as a church, that we have to love the sinner, not the sin.
That just doesn't make sense to me.
Okay,
that's all. It just doesn't to me. I just don't understand. Like, you know, it's just weird to me. It's just weird. It's like, oh, hey. Look, our God is the greatest kind of thing. It was almost that we need the recognition. Why can't we just live as do as you want? I don't care. Just don't hurt somebody else.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Barry, you're having a good opinion there. You have that moral center, and you don't have God, and that's totally okay.
You don't need a God to have a moral center. You know what I mean? You don't.
And you're a good example of that. But there are...
I don't look at Joe Blow over there and be like, God will save mass murderer Stalin. Would God have saved him? No. He is who he is because he thinks the way he thinks.
No, Stalin didn't want to be saved.
So, to put out a video like that to me was I get what he's I don't get what he's saying. I don't get the point of his video. I don't get the point of what he's trying to do. I don't understand. Like to me I go just do good. Just be a good person. Don't be an asshole. You're not an asshole because you believe in God or don't believe in God.
No,
or
okay.
You know what I mean?
Again, okay. Oh gosh, it's that wishful thinking of because I think this way, other people think this way.
Yeah, but
other people don't.
Is it not wishful thinking to have everybody follow a book?
And he even said that in the video. It's like, it's great to think that just because you follow God, you're going to be a good person. We know this isn't true.
So, it's the same thing. We're all going down. We're all running towards that cliff. But some people are running with a book in their hand, and some people are just running. But are they not?
More people are running without a book towards that cliff than with a book.
But we're all running to the same cliff. We're all going to jump. We're all going to run off it eventually. Are we not? No, I'm just wondering.
No,
you're not. You're gonna turn because you have a book.
I have turned because I have a book.
So you're not running to the cliff. You're not running to death.
Okay, if you want to say the cliff is death, then everybody's going to get to that point eventually.
We're exactly. So like I don't understand.
So what? All because we're all running towards death. Life is meaningless. Let's just fuck everything up.
But that's what we're doing.
But
do you not think that you're doing that?
That's kind of what you're saying is that because we're all running towards death. What's the fucking point? Just fuck everything up.
No, really, no. I'm not saying that. I'm not.
That's what I'm hearing you say.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that we're all going. The society is gonna just end up imploding and killing itself eventually. But do you think that everybody in this whole world believing in God is gonna end murder, end rape, and
it'll lessen it?
I don't think so. Because you have priests who rape little children, you have priests who kill, you have Catholics who kill, you have people who kill in the name of God all the time. Every day.
Yes, you do. I can't argue against that.
So by him saying in the video,
if you take God out, at that point in time,
the same thing's going to happen.
It'll happen in greater numbers.
I don't think so.
I think it will happen in way greater numbers than if you had God in people's lives.
I don't think so.
Okay, that's the point of this video is you have those people who think it's not going to happen.
It's not going to change anything because if it would have changed something, if it would have already done it. Because being able to believe in a God is you can believe in a God if you want to or not. It's free. You're free to believe what you want, right?
Yes.
So everybody's free to believe in God. Okay, I believe in God, but I'm going to go stab this person. That's what I mean. Like,
and okay, the exact opposite of that is you're free not to believe in God, and because you don't believe in God, you can go murder people.
So it's the same either way, is it not? We just proved that it's the same either way. You could kill people whether you believe in God,
but more people are not going to kill if they believe in God.
I don't think so. I think people are gonna. Do you think more people are going to give to charity if they believe in God if they don't?
They should be.
And they don't. Right?
Or more people, again, exact reversal of point is...
Exactly.
No.
So it's like a circular argument. It's never
I know. I'm trying to end the video. Because that's what we're doing. It's just going in a circle. But
You get so frustrated so easily. You get so frustrated so easily, man.
Because you're just...
Because you're trying to change my mind. That's what people who believe in God do. They try to make people go, you have to believe or you're...
Yes, there are also atheists who are trying to do that now. I'm not saying you are, am I?
But I'm not. I don't sit there and go, you have to believe this way.
I'm not saying... I don't...
But that's the video. We watched the video.
Yes.
And that's what I got from him, was you have to believe this way. Or we're gonna all just pillage into to slavery and murder and the way of Genghis Khan, and it's like, really? Really? Have we not moved from that just because of...
We have moved from that because of Judeo-Christian values. Do you really think we would have the Western world if we all had the
You think
sense,
we wouldn't?
the sense of what's happening in China or the Middle East?
Well, we still have that in the world. So what made us over here not do it, and what made them do it?
Judeo-Christian values.
I don't think so. I think we just...
It would be a much different world if there wasn't Judeo-Christian values.
Yeah, it could be a better world. It could be a worse world. Who we don't know, because we live in the world that we live in, and there's still pillaging and raping and murdering of people with these values in the world, right? It's just a circle argument, guys. It's never gonna... we just watched this video.
You right here is that dichotomy. This is that divide that happens when you get into certain things like this. I thought it was an interesting video just to watch because of the title.
I thought it was interesting as well because the title was very clickbaity. Very clickbaity.
You see one side of the argument there, and you see the other side of the argument here.
Yeah.
And you're almost arguing the same thing. All you have to do is switch certain words, and you get the same argument on the other side.
It's exactly the same argument. With just a couple, again, just live your life. Just don't do harm. And you...
I'm saying
the same thing, exactly the same thing, but you're saying it from a God perspective. I'm saying
we wouldn't.
I'm saying it from a me perspective.
We wouldn't be. We would.
Because it makes sense to me.
Okay, we're done. I'm trying to end the fucking. No, I'm trying to end the video because all we're doing is arguing in a fucking circle.
Yeah, but that's the point of it. That's the point of these videos. That's the point to making these videos. That's what people do. That's what people do is they argue in circles because. Everybody is trying to get everybody on their own side. If we don't have
these arguments, people aren't going... Some people are going to change their minds because of the arguments. Some people aren't going to change their minds because of the arguments. We have to have these...
Murder isn't right.
Yes.
No matter how you look at it. If you need a God to tell you that, okay.
No, but if you...
Well...
We're getting into that circle. Again, you keep doing it.
How do I keep doing it? I'm just
saying. Because you're saying, if you need a God to tell you murder isn't right. If you don't have a God... You can still be told that murder isn't right.
All right.
But some people are going to...
I guess I don't know what I am then. I don't know what it is. I don't know what his point is. He doesn't know what my point is. Guys, if you like the videos, click the thumbs up. Subscribe, comment below. Have a great day because we got to end the fucking video.
We do.